I got a question as serious as cancer. 80s rap kid here. But seriously, how are you feeling about the whole exposing of luxury brands being made and made on the cheap from China? I mean, I really want to know, how are people feeling who have spent their money on these brands? Like, you spent lots of money. You might have spent the rent. You might have spent your whole paycheck. I mean, honestly, I know some people, they can afford $1,000 bags. And listen, that is not my ministry. But how are you feeling? Do you feel like you've been cheated, robbed, ripped off? Are you mad? Do you not care? Because I know some people are going to be delusional and be in denial and feel like they're lying. It doesn't matter, because you love your brand, you love your labels, and you just really don't care about the gossip and what's being told. But if it was me, I would just feel so cheated, I would feel robbed, because that's what has happened. You've been robbed, and we all been being robbed in one way or the other. But to invest, right? You're taking your hard-earned money or your money, someone else's money, and investing it into these labels, these brands. And some of y'all just dedicated. You'll be head to toe or size to size and promoting it for free about these labels and these luxury brands. I mean, at this point, what it really means is any brand will do. I grew up learning about fashion, right? And for me, fashion was so much about style. Can you take your clothing and make a statement? Can you style your wares, colors, coordinating, just make a creative expression? And don't get me wrong, I've known about labels most of my life. I grew up and people were boosting, and it is what it is. Sorry, not sorry. If you know about boosting, you know what it is. And so they always had the latest of the late, and any brand you can think of: fabric, furs, leather, whatever. And so that's always been, an awareness for me. But I've never felt like I have to go out of my means or spend all my money on clothing because of the label, because of the brand, because of the popularity, because other people are wearing it. And don't get me wrong, I'm a human being. Absolutely, I've looked at these brands and these items and been like, damn, I wish I could get that, or let me put some money away and get it, or let me save, or let me bag, borrow, steal. But I never went through with it. And so it's just really more like a passing phase, a feeling, that mental urge to want to buy something. And I'm really grateful that I didn't, because I do not like to gamble. I'm on the cheap, like whatever monies the casino gives me back in credits, that's what I use to play the penny machine. Like, if I took my hard-earned money and spent it, and at this point felt like I wasted it on these brands, I would be highly, highly upset. And so that's what I want to know from you. How do you feel if you're one of those people that have really spent so much money and invested into these brands? Or if you're not, I'm sure you know someone who has. How do they feel? What are they thinking about? Is it on their mind? Do they not care? And I'm wondering what's going to happen to the industry. Are they going to spin this and remarket it and repackage it in a way that people forget and continue to blow their money? Or is it going to make an impact that really declines the economy and the awareness of these brands to the point where people just do whatever they want to do, shop how they want to shop, buy what they want to buy? And then, the other thing I think about is, as a traveler, the one thing that stuck out to me when I travel around the world, thankfully, is that the places I go, for the most part, they don't give a rat's ass about what you wearing. They don't care that you got new outfits. They don't care that is this, that, and the third brand label, whatever. They don't care. They're wearing t-shirts that we probably wore 10 and 20 years ago. And so what that has done is kept me thinking, I don't need to buy new things all the time. I don't need to be fresh to death. I don't need any brands. I don't need clothing to make me something that I want to be, right? I don't need to spend money and invest in clothing or labels or brands to make me feel better or more important about myself or even to others. And I'm grateful for that experience. And honestly, I still buy new things. That's how we are. We're going on a vacation. We're going on a trip. Shopping is just part of the experience. But at the same time, I mix it with items I already have. I may buy some, apparel or accessories wherever I'm visiting. And so, when you like shopping, when you like fashion, you got to mix it and match in style. But I do wear stuff that I already have. I do take pictures and items that I've taken several times. If you don't like it, don't look. Some of my pictures may look familiar. So anyway, share with me your thoughts, your feelings on this. It's a little bizarre how this has been exposed and just blown up. But I definitely believe there is complete truth to this, and just want to, share how I feel, and I want to know how you feel. Let me know.